know if it is or not. I've got on a separate tripod. So, one, for it's working, two, that it's not. Because if it's not, I'm going to have to figure out something else to do. So hopefully audio is coming in. Checking to see if anybody's in chat actually saying anything. Testing 1 2 1 2. Lewis, do I have audio? Wesley, can y'all hear me or not? Can y'all hear me? Try a little sign language. Hopefully the audio is coming in. You're good? Yes. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I can hear you. Awesome. I got behind in the chat there. So I wasn't really sure if it would or not because I had to put the windsock on, and that's usually what I use for the GoPro. So, using the cell phone now. All right, scrolling through here. All right, so this is day 2, everybody. And sound perfect. Awesome. This is day 2. Tomorrow, I am breaking down camp and I'm moving to a new location. All right, so we have been able to secure food. During this trip, I have shown ways of purification of water without a metal container, without a plastic container, because the kit did not come with any container. It did come with water purification tablets. That was only good for like 8 quarts of water. I've shown operation of that once. That's it. The rest of it I've been using flash boil rock systems. I've been using condensation bags. I've been showing how to collect rainwater. Video is grainy. Yeah, I'm in the middle of nowhere. So, yeah, that's kind of what it is. I'm out here in a survival camp. It will be grainy. I'm away from everything. So, I'm not in the backyard. Uh, what else have we done? We've got catfish. Yeah, thankfully. We've got crawfish, which is awesome. I have seen one snake, and I was too late on getting him. It actually happened when I was riding the bike. I was hitting the trails and stuff, trying to get some good footage and stuff like that. And I was trying to get access to another pond that is overgrown. It was thick. Oh, man, it was thick. And while I was trying to do that, I saw him peel off the trail. And I think it was a water moccasin, but I couldn't get him in time. There's just no way. He was about 30 feet from me. JStone78, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? See here. Scrolling through here. Jim Jones, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Carla, how's it going? Just came back from running off 2 red fox from chasing my farm cats and kittens. See, now, each state is different when it comes to foxes. Me, I'll eat them. But you need to check your local laws. See, like, I do a lot of these outdoor survival videos, and we're doing a lot more of them because it's what I'm passionate about. It's what I love doing. It's what I always do. So now we have the ability to film all the time. Our live streams, of course, are going to be grainy because I'm using a cell phone. But I'm trying to use the drones and everything else. I have not got a single drone footage on my trip. The wind has been crazy. It's just, I mean, if I even try to get a drone in the air, I'll lose it. And I'm not going to lose $200. I mean, I'm just not going to. Love crawfish? Yeah, crawfish is great. Seeing the skunk ape while you've been out there? David P? No, nah. There has been locations I have heard what is known as wood knock. And I've heard whoops. You know, the vocalization of whoops or whoop. But not here. Not here. I've heard it in Colorado. I've heard the wood knock here in Florida. I have heard that. And I've also heard it in Montana. No, not Montana. No, it was Montana. It was outside of Kalispell, Montana. And then I heard it in Washington State. I was out there near Gold Bar outside Monroe, and I heard both wood knock and the whoop sound. Never seen it. Never seen any Bigfoot footprints. So no skunk ape down here. I haven't seen anything. Auntie, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? We can shoot them if they are attacking farm animals, but other than that, we can't. Yeah, Carla. Yeah, some states have different laws. So yeah, and like here, everything has a season for tagging and everything else. Like I've come across 2 turtles, and each one is considered what Florida says is off limits. I can't touch them. So kind of like when I was in Arizona, you couldn't touch the turtles down there. I mean, I don't think it's a felony, but I think it was a misdemeanor charge. If you've seen doing that, you weren't allowed to touch those desert tortoise. So each state's different. You ever cooked up sand fleas? No. I'm guessing you're joking there. Yeah, sand fleas are horrible. I went on a camping trip, last year some point in time, and I do apologize for the mylar blanket sound. That is part of my shelter here for tonight, because we do have rain in the forecast and trying to stay dry. This is a lean-to right here. So our kit came with 2 mylars, one I sleep with, and also purify water with, and the other one is my shelter. But yeah, I've never. Where in Florida are you? I am in the Panhandle. Sorry. I'm just watching this weather, guys. I do apologize if we hear a lot of loud noises. It's the wind hitting my shelter. It's just been windy as can be out here. It's ridiculous. I would hear wood knock up by Big Spur, California. Gopher turtles off limits. Go west. Yeah, gopher turtles, and there's a lot of them out here. Yeah, you can't do them. In a survival situation, I'd rather pay the fine for eating a gopher turtle. But I mean, technically this is survival, but I already know the state of Florida, because I'm out here filming a survival show. They'll give me a fine. That or put me in the hooski. I'm in St. Petersburg, Florida. Very awesome. Yankee Watchdog, good to see you. Any advice on going on a 5-day trip on an island 17 miles out? Totally primitive. Kayak and so limited space. Any advice on must-have items? Okay, so you're going to an island. Water filters, of course, that's the number one thing, but I am hoping you have some sort of natural spring on that island, because salt water, all right, filters, Sawyer mini, stuff like that is not going to filter out salt water. So you need to make a distillery, basically distill your water. So I would definitely say cook pots. I would. Camping cook pots. I don't have that here on this trip. I would definitely have that in some way of, I mean, even a copper lining. If you're going out there, I would go ahead and get you a copper lining, get you a worm, take out there with you so you can actually process salt water and vegetation. Fire, of course, unless you're good with a bow drill. But the thing is, I'm good with a bow drill, but I've shown humidity has really took effect in bow drills, and you'll be out there for hours and not get anything. So water, if you're on a desert, if you're on an island, water is the main thing. It really is. You can last a long time without food, but water is very important. Can you find a water source for us? Pinto bean. Yeah, actually, I put a photo up earlier today. I was out hiking my assessment areas, and I came across a natural spring. So I took photos and filmed that. Day one. No, this is day two. Yesterday was day one. Today is day two. Sweet Tea, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. All right, scrolling through here. Hopefully the wind's not too bad, guys. I love Florida except for the hurricanes. Oh yeah, the hurricanes are something else, that's for sure. They really are. And this wind is chilly. The only thing, I mean, I got a t-shirt on, and I've already got sunburn. I got sunburn day one out here. Shelter is very important. I mean, they ain't kidding. When we say you got 3 hours for shelter, yeah, depends on what type of elements you're dealing with. Down here in Florida, it's either storms as rain, high winds, or the sun. Those three would get you every single time. And believe it or not, the wind is rough. So I got sand all over the place. And when that wind picks up, I've got sand in all my camera gear. Everything. I've been cleaning camera gear, hours a day for 2 days now. I've been nonstop cleaning camera gear. It's just ridiculous. And that sun, I mean, that sand, when it starts blowing, you're getting sandblasted. It sucks. It really does. See here. MyShield bug out bag. Yeah. Jason, yeah, MyShield is freaking awesome. We got affiliated with them a good while back, and they have the antiseptics and all that stuff. I actually like keeping that, but I don't have that with me. All I got on this trip, guys, is what's in this. And it's been rough. It has been rough. They're luxury items. They are. But this is what happened to my shovel. So, I got some crawfish last night. And since I didn't have a way of boiling up crawfish, I decided to take my shovel and burn the paint off so I can actually have like a frying pan. Well, I didn't realize this was not metal. It's plastic. So now my shovel only works as a frying pan now. Hey, it works. I was able to eat dinner. I'm not about to eat crawfish raw. It's mating season for coyotes and fox at the end of the month here in Iowa. Yeah, so I had coyotes raising cane last night. They always do. Usually I don't really worry about coyotes. The problem I have with coyotes is that they wake me up. Usually between the hours of 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, they start out here. And I've camped in this section before, so I already know they're all over. I mean, when I do my assessments, you know, checking my zone of assessments out here, how close resources are to me, and I always extend outward. I come across coyote tracks, raccoon tracks. I've gotten some cat tracks. That's bobcat out here. Luckily, they're small, so I ain't worried about it. It's not like big old mountain lions or anything like that. They're pretty small. Bugs get me, tinfoil hat. Yeah, so I don't have any bug spray. Thankfully, and I hate to say thankfully, the wind was so bad yesterday and today, no mosquitoes. I know if this wind stops, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'll be collecting mud down at the pond is what I'm going to wind up having to do. Because even though I can burn certain things to help alleviate mosquitoes, this is Florida. They will go through any natural remedy that you try to put on a fire. They will go through it. You better get some type of layer of protection on you. They will get you. Wind is not too bad. Can hear good. I got the good quality mic on with the windsock, so I was hoping it'd be a little bit better. And I've also got my windbreak right here. This is the shelter behind me, so it's blocking the wind coming this way. KT, good to see you. All right, scrolling through here, guys. Is there any mountain lions there, CFP? Nah, we have bobcat. If I was South Florida, there'd be panthers to worry about. I got black bear, bobcat, coyotes, and a whole bunch of snakes. We got water moccasins, copperheads, we got rattlesnakes. We have snakes. We got a lot of poisonous snakes in this area. So I've only seen one snake on this trip so far, and I couldn't get them. Didn't have enough time. Wasp and bees dropping out of the sky here in Florida because of the wind. Jim Jones, mud it is. Yeah, you know, some type of barrier, guys. Don't, if you decide to use mud as a bug blocker, don't get those stinky mud. All right, mud, those stinky swamp mud, bacteria lies in that stuff. You wind up getting, you can get sick. You know, mix up some, you know, take some dirt near the water or something, make your own. You got to watch out for that swamp mud. Pygmy Rattlers. Yes, we do have Pygmy Rattlers here. Those suckers are really small. One of the worst things about Pygmy Rattlers is that sometimes they look like a pine branch. And they'll be laying right in the pine needles and everything else. I mean, no kidding. They'll look like a pine branch. And it's a snake. Wind is howling in Port St. Lucie. Yeah, I've got bad winds out here. I got the heavy sock mic on and everything. I went ahead and bought another sock mic, just a double socket. Don't forget the iguana population. We don't have iguanas here. We actually get snow from time to time here where I'm at. Occasionally it snows. It won't stick, but occasionally we do. We actually get some very cold temperatures in the panhandle. We don't have to worry about iguanas. I did get a couple lizards, and I use them for our crawfish bait. And we manufactured a crawfish trap, minnow trap. Did that. We've been very fortunate, and I've been out there gigging. I was actually out there washing my socks, is what I was doing. So I only have one pair of socks, and you know, 2 days they start getting cruddy. So I was out there washing them, and I had my little spear I made up. I made a little spear tip on it using that fork that came with the kit. I don't know why I need a fork. Well, made a spear out of it. So that works. Rubbing alcohol helps with mosquitoes. They can draw to human scent. I've never tried that, Jay Stone, but I do have alcohol pads in my first aid kit. I'll give it a shot. And because other than that, all I got's mud to deal with mosquitoes. I don't have, I'm surrounded by pine out here in this section I'm at right now. There's nothing but pine. So I don't really have much plant life to burn and keep mosquitoes away. Do you have white pine? No, I don't have any white pine. You can use pine needles for tea. It doesn't have to be white pine. I'm going to go and warn you now. If you drink a lot of it, you're going to be going to the bathroom. And if you're going to the bathroom, hold on. I recommend getting a whole bunch of this reindeer moss. Toilet paper. This stuff's real brittle. You submerge it in water, it becomes real soft. You're getting to eat this stuff, but this is about the only thing you're going to be using for toilet paper out here, unless you're planning on using that. Obviously, you want a bigger handful than that. So, yeah. Figured I'd go and cover that. Because there is no toilet paper out here. There's no broadleaves. Last thing we need to use is saw palmetto. I can guarantee you that. Let's see here. You letting your brother shoot you had my mom and I laugh so hard. But yeah. No, I wasn't severely wounded. It left a whelp on me. And that OC chemical agent in it, it will take your breath away. That's some nasty stuff. Try it, my kid. Yeah, I will definitely try it, Jay Stone. I've never tried it. I'll definitely try it. Well, it's used Skin So Soft. Yeah, Skin So Soft works good with no-see-ums. Working in the shipyard, everything's sand all the way around, and those no-see-ums would tear us up out in the shipyard. So Avon Skin So Soft would always work very well, but when I came out here, everything I came out here with besides camera equipment was in this pack, and it's a store-bought kit. That's why I came out here with just that. So that's what I'm showing in this 5-day survival video is, can you survive with one? Well, the main thing is learning the skills, and yeah, you can. Is it hard? Of course it is. Careful, pine goes up fast with a spark. Good to start fire, but hard to keep from spreading. Tinfoil hat. Yeah, I've never had any issue. I mean, if you got dry pine, sure. This stuff here, which I made, this is all live, well, was live trees. Spark is not going to set any of this stuff off. Not while I'm out here. Now, if it's all dried up pine, this stuff down here, which I have for fire starting, yeah, that would. But that's for my fire starting. All this green stuff, nah, it won't. 9Wolf19, good to see you. How you doing? All right, scrolling through. I'll take the moss. Yeah, right. Uh, it's still not nice. It's horrible, but it works. Use your fingers and wash. I'd rather take the moss and not get crap all over my hands and fingers. Thank you. Any flats on bike yet? Nope. Hold on a second. The bike has worked really well. I actually went riding out with it today as well. I've got 14 miles on it right now, and I still have half battery charge. So that's awesome. I've done 14 miles of trail out here, and we got half battery charge still. All right. Not so much to pack as a person using it. Yeah, it's that's one of the things I want to start teaching more on is the skills, and we're going to be keeping it open too. I'm going to start doing more outdoor videos and maybe put a viewer suggestion. They want to see a particular gear used or less gear or something else. I will tell you this much: I got these gloves that came with the kit. These are for a small hand because I can barely. I mean, I can't even get my fingers all the way down in them. But I haven't used them. Probably should have. I got pine sap all over me. Working with pine. All right, scrolling through here. You bring any solar charger? Nope. I did not bring a solar charger or anything with me. The only charging stations I have is for our cameras and the cell phone. That's it. I knew. See, the e-bike has a digital gauge and lets you know how much power you're using, how much power is available. So I've just been going. I've been riding all over the place. I've been filming it too. I've been riding all over the place, just hitting all the trails. It's been nice having that bike because I've been putting it through some crap, and it's been holding up. Um, saves a lot of time because I actually lost my adapter pack that had my actual GoPro in it. I had came out of one of the other ponds and hit the trails, took off, and about 4 miles later, I went to go film, and I didn't have my GoPro. I'm like, what? Really? So I was back trailing all the way back and I found it again. So yeah, I've been putting a lot of miles on it so far, and I just watched the gauge. I know I can pull out. I'm 6 miles from the road where I'm at right now. I've got about 14 miles I can do on the battery right now. So yeah, I'm good. All right, scrolling through here. Auntie, is there something regional you can rub on your skin for repellent? Um, you know, I've read and seen other survival videos talk about burning mesquite and all this other stuff, rub it on your skin to repel mosquitoes. I live here in Florida. I'm actually out here in the bush of Florida. Mosquitoes, if they want you, they're coming for you. Even using mud, sometimes they still nail you. They'll find that spot and they'll still get you. I've had them actually bite me through my blue jeans and leave whelps on my leg. So I know people disagree with me, but I'm actually the guy out here doing this stuff, and I'm telling you, the natural remedies, I've had no success. None. Mud and DEET. So those are things I use. Unfortunately, I don't have any. Are you eating swamp cabbage at all, Alabama girl? No, that's actually protected down here. You can actually get in trouble down here in Florida unless you own your own palmettos. You know, swamp cabbage, guys, is palmetto heart. Okay, unless you own the property and you own the palmettos that are on it, you just go around and start cutting palmettos open. You can get a fine and prison time. So, only in a survival situation should you ever do that, because let me tell you something about Florida. One of the biggest economy of Florida besides tourism is their judicial system. Prison. We got a lot of prisons down here, and they love incarcerating you, and they love violating you. Oh yeah. So from a guy that's been to prison down here in Florida, I don't break any laws. I make sure of that. And they gave you OJ gloves. That's funny. Yeah. Let me get my cameras all set back up. Dang, those mosquitoes must be huge. Yeah, we got some pterodactyls down here, that's for sure. Glamping bushcraft weekend course would be great for those who aren't into hardcore survival camping. I've done regular campouts with my gear. If you go to my outdoor survival videos, my playlist, I'll take my gear out and do actual camping and stuff. I want to start doing more hardcore without gear or limited gear, and actually do 5 to 7 days worth of actual survival. No food, no water, and have to actually get all that off the land. All right, scrolling through here. Oh no, you froze. Oh, did I freeze with the backdrop? Florida, come on vacation, leave on probation, return on violation. Yep, and stay the duration. Yep, that is the state motto. Well, not really, but it should be. Green Thumb Prepper, good to see you. Got tons of swamp around me. Got over 20 plus acres of protected wetlands. Yeah, we got some swamps and stuff out here as well. Some of that area I have not been to, as far as the location. It's probably 18 miles from me, so I'm not over there in that location. Not on this trip. For this trip here, I hit a different pond. I was going to set up camp there, and the resources just weren't in the area. So then I trucked through the woods and came to this pond, and tomorrow we'll be breaking down camp and setting up camp at a different location as well. Is when he stood up, yeah. What are your thoughts of Naked and Afraid series? It's complete BS. Naked and Afraid. You can actually do a real quick Google search on Naked and Afraid, and most of the contestants are posting on what went down there. And most of it, they even talk about the producers and stuff would give them snacks, extra water to drink, things like that. So yeah, it wasn't. I actually applied for Naked and Afraid 3 times, and they turned me down all 3 times. That's not why I'm talking crap about Naked and Afraid. It's just that when I done more research into it, it wasn't real survival. It wasn't. It was all reality BS. It really was. So I don't put no stock into it. Are you going to be teaching any survival camping skills? I do that all the time on my channel. Tinfoil hat. Check out my outdoor survival, real outdoor survival videos. That's exactly what I do. So I'm not really sure. I'm confused. Tammy, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Do you have any self-defense videos? No, I don't. I did a video not long ago. I was warning people about that. I am not a certified instructor on self-defense, and quite frankly, you need to go actually get somebody that's actually certified in instructing and teaching self-defense. Don't go to YouTube to learn self-defense. That's just going to get you killed. Most of the stuff you see on YouTube is complete horseshit. That is. That's why I come out here in the middle of nowhere and set up a camp and actually do a 5-day survival training without anything. So I want to show what really goes on. Most of those self-defense stuff you see on YouTube is complete BS. My buddy Mike over there, Mike Buval, Bushcraft and Martial Arts, he actually did a video on it, because if you actually watch people, their attacker just stands there while they run around them and all this other crap. That's not, I've fought most of my life. Most of the time when I'm fighting, everybody's on the ground. It doesn't turn into a grappling match. It's not like in the movies. It's not. It's just some of the crap I see and some of the crap I hear in comments from people talking about their experience. I'm like, no. Best thing, go take a class, an actual class. All right, scrolling through here. Let's see here. Scrolling through. I mean, the no tent hardcore stuff you were just referring to, tinfoil hat. Yeah, I do that. I've been doing that. I've been doing that for, what, about a year now. Teaching how to make shelters. My real outdoor survival playlist is on my channel. I go out 5 days, 7 days, 3 days out in the woods, and I make shelters, show how to make shelters, all that. Homestead, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Hello, brother. Hello, all. God bless America. Definitely do appreciate the Homestead. Never required, my friend. Definitely appreciate you being here again. I swear I learned so much from your videos. Awesome. That's the main thing right there. What are you eating today? Tonight I'll be having crawfish. So I've been collecting crawfish, and I got my trap in the water, so I'm hoping to get a little bit more out of that. So that's what we've been working on right now. Would you do a loan? Yes, I actually applied for a loan. My biggest problem is that I cannot get my passport. I've got a felony record on my history. If you're a felony record, until you get your rights restored, and which I've been trying to do, but it takes forever in the state of Florida, you can't get a passport. And the way they travel, you got to get a passport. It's Canada. I mean, it's British Columbia. So I can't. I applied for it, but I can't get a passport. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing here. I got a lot of plans on many different locations I'm going to do. Crafty Veteran, good to see you, brother. How are you doing? By the way, Crafty, I got my fire cord bracelet that you sent me, man, but I don't get to use it out here. I forgot I actually had it on. Actually, I think I even have the one around my neck. I do. And I don't even get to use it here. It came with a ferrocene rod, the kit did, so I've been stuck using that. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. I've been on for about 30 minutes, and I have to save as much battery power as I can. So I'm going to get back to work. I've got some more stuff to do. Right now I'm drying out my boots because I was in the water gigging crawfish and washing my socks. That's just one of those things. All right, guys. Definitely appreciate you hanging out with me. Here in a few days, we'll get everything wrapped up together, and I will get it released to y'all. I still have, what, 3 more days to go? Yeah, 3 more days, Tuesday. Still got a ways to go, and I'm going to try to film everything. Right now, we should be good on battery banks. I got a bunch of them, but I use a lot with cameras. All right, guys. Talk to y'all later.